Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья.
Good morning, dear friends. My name is Alexander Vedyakhin, and I'm happy to welcome all of you at the second day of the major international conference on artificial intelligence AI journey. This year, we have united the speakers and participants from over 70 countries and 20 industries, starting from industry to education and healthcare. Yesterday, we dived deep into the most recent research in artificial intelligence, and today we're going to see how this technology applies in business and helps to resolve societal tasks. And right now, I would like to introduce a special guest, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Russian Federation, responsible for the digital transformation, the science and education, Dmitry Chernyshenko. Dmitry, good morning. Good morning, Alexander. Good morning, colleagues. Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm happy to join this AI journey. Indeed, I listened to several talks yesterday, and as many of you, I greatly enjoyed listening to the speakers who spoke about the capabilities of AI in the future. There was not really abstract projections of futurologists. Those were real goals, tangible targets that we are moving towards. And Russia's role on the international agenda can be a key role. According to experts, the introduction of the artificial intelligence by 2030 will create about 14% of the world GDP. And that's $16 trillion. That's a very serious prize, something to vie for. We're going to do this. And this is really an AI journey between the countries. Yeah, this is a race kind of a journey. Indeed, already today, AI is called the new electricity. It is unnoticeable. You switch the bulb on and you don't really think about how those electrons are flowing down the wires. In the future, AI is well positioned to change the entire industries, and perhaps it will actually change the face of civilization. Dmitry, what would you think underpins this swift development of the artificial intelligence? Well, there are several reasons, obviously. Information has exploded in volumes. We know that with each passing year, the volumes of information has been growing exponentially, way ahead of the capabilities growth. That really stimulates tech companies to create new technologies and new architectures. Artificial intelligence is the only thing that can help us to cope with this volume. Very soon we will not know what to do with all this data. Interestingly, quite recently all the data was generated by the people, and now about 80% of information is generated by information systems, sensors, the IoT. And over the past 10 years, on the other hand, our technical capabilities expanded an order of magnitude. They became more accessible and affordable. So AI is no longer a sphere of abstract scientific blue sky research. These are tangible tools that you can actually start using for pretty objective business tasks. And another reason is that AI opens up unlimited opportunities for efficiency in the business. According to four studies, no kidding, the Russian business sees a positive income, a positive effect from introducing artificial intelligence, and about 80% of companies on average note sizable increases in productivity. Yeah, this is an outstanding figure, all right. And in continuing the topic of efficiency, according to international experts, AI can boost productivity of labor by 40%. This will change not just society. This will change not just the economy. It will change society. It's not just about downsizing. 56, maybe 58 million new working places will appear in the world due to AI. You will simply need to uptrain and retrain people in the specialities that will be more in demand. What kind of a development do you see here? Yes, of course, Alexander. The retraining and uptraining and the ethics and regulatory issues are certainly very high on the agenda. These are one of the key issues. Many countries have adopted the framework of principles for the AI, saying that basically AI should be oriented on the people. And you have noted quite correctly that AI should be given a general vector of development. And in August, the Russian government prepared and approved the concept of regulating AI and robotics until 2024. So we do have this vector, and it defines the main approaches to changing our Russian regulatory framework that will allow to introduce AI in all kinds of areas. New technologies must be safe, first and foremost. They must be focused on helping people. They must aid the people and improve their well-being. This is the key precept of our concept, and this is the mission of the government that is aiming to improve the well-being of every individual through growing the economy, through improving societal things, through achieving the national goals. And after a comma, we should add that all of that is going to be done with the help of AI. Thank you very much, Dmitry. And today we're going to dedicate a lot of attention to this topic. There's going to be a separate session focusing on the ethics of AI, the ethical principles that we will all have to develop. In Sber, until the end of the year, we're going to approve our own ethical principles, and certainly when we speak about AI, we should speak about its applications in societal missions, this social AI. And as Dmitry has said, artificial intelligence is pretty much all-pervasive, and it works for the benefit of mankind, for the benefit of the citizens. Public services, the government operations as such must be based on applications of ethical principles of AI, and the government must be not just customer-focused, it must be digital and customer-focused. Indeed, Alexander, this year we adopted the federal project, the eponymous project, AI, and the measures in the framework of this project are going to be supporting all kinds of scientific research, development of all kinds of software. We're going to be designing this comprehensive regulatory framework. We will be working towards improving the staffing situation on the AI market. And the data quality and affordability, those will be all the important outcomes of this federal project. And as importantly, there will be support given to you, the developers of AI solutions, through various mechanisms, grants, acceleration programs, pilot projects, and various industries. Blue sky thinking is great, but implementations is what we are all anxious about. And the volume is pretty sizable. About 13 billion rubles are going to be earmarked for that. And they're going to be spanning about 1,200 various projects. There will be 6 foundation research centers for those. The volume of support is going to be in excess of 6 billion rubles. There'll be over 50 various higher education programs developed that are looking to boost about 7 times the number of graduates in various AI areas. We will also develop 3 specialized chips of hardware tailored for AI, and there's going to be all kinds of regulatory acts coming up. They'll formalize the standards for the development of AI. In our view, that will help to develop the area with sufficient dynamism. We are also forming the industry-specific digital transformation programs in every government agency. The government must walk in step with the businesses, and these solutions are integrated into the daily operations of the government agencies, the public bodies. We are working already with data, we are tagging data, we are putting together our own data sets, and there will be 2 implementations of AI this year. There's going to be something in every area already. This work is overseen by what we call a digital Spetsnaz, digital special ops, RCT guys, leaders of digital transformations. Those are all on the level of deputy ministers or heads of government agencies. They are in charge of the government digital transformation in their own relevant agency, and they translate their own vision into the specific branch of their own agency. So they're going to use their knowledge and their expertise in artificial intelligence, among other things, to help the life of people and the environment for the business much better. Dmitry, thank you very much. Dear friends, welcome to the second day of AI Journey. a journey into the world of artificial intelligence. The second day is going to be dedicated to the business and societal issues, ethical issues, and everything that we are doing in applying the artificial intelligence. Very warm welcome and all the best. Thank you, Alexander. Dear friends, indeed, we are wishing you a great journey into the universe of artificial intelligence. We do promise that the government is going to be helping you and not impeding your progress. Do get tuned for the main panel.